What's up, my dudes? Today, we're going to be taking a look at the MX Bikes Beta 14 ABCDZ. Okay, all the different Beta 14s that they have out so far. I wanted to go through here and actually read every single one of the patch notes for it and just sort of talk about it and explain how that's changed the game. So, right off the bat, just want to let you guys know, be sure and hit the notification bell on my channel if you want to get all of my videos sent to you. For whatever reason, YouTube is getting kind of weird with that, and they're not sending out proper notifications. So, you literally have to be subscribed and notification bell turned on for a channel if you actually want to get their notifications. So that's a big way to help my channel out. I really appreciate it. So either way, let's start off with the MX Bikes Beta 14, base Beta 14, came out 4/5/2020, okay? So, changelog, it says, I'm going to read through all the fixes and then all the new things. So there's a fix to occasional simulation explosion on terrain berms. Okay, that's a little weird. I guess they had a bug there or something. I'm not really sure. Occasional simulation explosion on terrain berms. I don't know what that is, but either way, transition bump between different terrain materials. Okay, so maybe you were like hitting some sort of, you're like bumping whenever you went to different terrains. I'm not really sure. Terrain material like dirt compounds. Not really sure what that is, but a fix to the gearbox simulation, a fix to the rider dab, a fix to the bike reset under bridges, a fix to the occasional freezes in multiplayer, a fix to the smoothing of replays of multiplayer events, a fix to multiplayer bandwidth optimization. All that shit is great. All that multiplayer improvement is great. All that stuff has got to be put into this game and fixed in this game if it really wants to become a full-blown multiplayer, motocross simulator. Okay, so there's a fix to shifter lever animations in replays. That's a little thing. Fix to live screens. Fix to rider rendering optimization, fix to tires, grass, and sand sounds, fix to replay VR mode. I did actually notice that cool sand sound on the Asin track. That was pretty cool hearing that for the first time. There's a fix to transitions to settings from the replay VR mode, so we got some replay fixes to the game, which is good. I did notice some bugs in that in the past. So, okay, let's move on to the new things. Okay, we have alternate onboard views mode. We have option to export results after each session, option to add a prefix to exported results, server name in the dedicated server window title and system tray icon tooltip. The bike selection page remembers the last bike for each category, revised crash camera in VR, head tracking link to rider animation, rider dab animation. So there's a new rider dab animation. There's a new head tracking link to rider animation. There's a new revised Mantua track, revised Washington track, revised Winchester MX Nations track, and the new Asin track. So they made revisions to some of the other tracks. There's like a, better head tracking to the animation of the rider. So all that stuff is really good. Okay, let's move on to MX Bikes Beta 14B. Okay, we have change logs. Fix. These are all the fixes. Server browser crash. Miscellaneous server browser issues. Crash when leaving a server during a restart. Server results and replay export prefix. Remove the 10-player limit in the terrain rendering. Track image over 128 tracks. New possibility to adjust the onboard view's position. Okay, let's move on to MX Bikes Beta 14C. Okay. We have fixes, remote bikes sinking into the ground, track loading crash. Okay, we have MX Bikes Beta 14D, ABCDZ. Okay, fixes to track checkpoints, suspension length in replay and multiplayer when changing bike setup, IKLOD, live screens emissions. Okay, then we get to MX Bikes Beta 14E. We have fixes to bike stability at very low speeds. Thank God. Thank God. I've been wanting that forever. I've been needing that forever in this game. It has felt terrible at slow speeds in this game. So, a fix to dynamic track surface corruption. Dynamic track surface corruption. That's a little weird. Is corruption like a different word for deformation? I don't know. I guess not, because the next fix is terrain deformation under collision polygons. These are all fixes, right? A fix to race start sound. A fix to paints. File name limit increase from 27 to 31 characters. A fix to track dirt color on the bike. Okay, so now the dirt color that flies up on the bike is going to be more accurate to the actual dirt compound that you're on. The dynamic track surface corruption. I don't know what the hell that means exactly, but I mean, obviously I know what it's saying, but I don't know what that actually means in relation to the game, you know what I mean? Dynamic track surface corruption. Maybe there was like a corruption in the terrain deformation. I don't really know what that means, but yeah, really cool to see the fix to the stability at low speeds. Very cool to see the new Asin track. You know, we got more gearbox simulation fixes, rider dab fixes. There's a lot of fixes to like the whip and the way, you know, you're whipping the bike and the way your view is when you're whipping the bike. All that seems a lot better now. All that seems a lot more polished, a lot more, you know, it's not just so janky. It feels like things actually, you know, your view whenever you're whipping seems more like normal now to me personally. So there's a lot of little things like that that they fixed with Beta 14 so far. And I don't even think Beta 14 is like over yet. They may still go even more than B, C, D, E. They may do more than that. I'm not sure, but this is just so far. Yeah, man, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Don't forget, if you want to get in my Discord, all you got to do is DM me on Instagram at Spencer Turley, no spaces and no capital letters, and I will get you in there. So, yeah, dog. See you boys on that next video, bro.